Hey there, Sarah Madras here, founder of Esteem Builders Coaching. As a motivational speaker and licensed relationship therapist, I am on a mission, y'all. A mission to ignite a cultural revolution that fulfills our human need for truthful connection and belonging. Because let's face it, none of us want to be doing this journey and this ride called life alone. Because loneliness kills. And we know that the number one factor to health and happiness is healthy relationships. So how do I do that? Well, I teach you the skills and the tools so that you can live, work, and love more deeply and truthfully. So today I'm going to be talking about you. And asking the question, are you the one that is getting in the way of your own happiness? So it's basically called self-sabotage. And we as human beings are really good at self-sabotage because we like to create stories. Ever since we were little, we use our imagination and we create these elaborate stories and we envision what we think our life is going to be like. And so is the vision of what you thought your life would be like keeping you stuck and in the way of your own happiness? So this actually almost happened to me, and I'll give you a little story to help hit this home, and maybe this will touch a nerve in you because maybe you hear it and you're like, hey, that sounds like me. So after my college relationship, I had like 2 years where I was single and I was like, I don't know if I want to date anybody again. Like I'm really enjoying being able to just do what I want to do and not have to think about like being thoughtful of other people and just the independence that comes from that. I was feeling really happy and fulfilled with my friendships and the set of girlfriends and stuff like that I made here in North Carolina. And so when I did start dating, I had this vision of who is the person that I'm going to end up marrying. Because at this point, I was like, I am not playing any of these games anymore. Like, this is foolish. Like, I'm only dating for the purpose of finding, my soulmate and my forever partner. And so I had this long list, like, y'all, I had it in Word documents, okay? And there was like the deal breakers at the top and like things that I wanted and like the added bonuses. I would be like the cherry on top. So I had this very detailed vision of what I thought my life would be, the person I would be with. And I was like, I'm going to manifest the hell out of this. And during that process, my husband messaged me online. Yes, back online in the day. And I ignored it because he was the same height as me. And I always thought, well, the person I'm going to marry, like they're going to be taller than me. That's just always the picture that I had in my head. Like it sounds silly, but I was like, I'm manifesting this. And so he didn't fit that. He ended up messaging me again. And so I ignored that one again. Well, the third time he messaged me, I was like, okay, the universe must be telling me and nudging me something, because this is now the third time that they're like tapping me on the shoulder like, hey, give this guy a chance. And I wasn't giving him a chance over something so silly as how tall he was, but it was because it didn't fit into the vision that I had of what I thought my life would be like. And so I was stuck and limiting myself and getting in the way of my own happiness. And so after the third message, it was a very thoughtful message that he had sent. And so I responded and we started talking back and forth for a couple months before we met up to go out on our first date. And then, ended up getting married and have 2 beautiful kids and yay, wonderful. But if I would have stuck to just that vision that I had of my future, then I would have missed out on the possibility of this life that we have crafted and built and this family that we've created, all because it didn't fit into this little box. It didn't fit into the story that I told myself. And I see this happen all the time, whether it's with friends and their relationships, or whether it's not even with relationships. Maybe it's with careers or opportunities that come your way whether it's opportunities to travel or opportunities to study in a different program. If we only have tunnel vision, if we are the horse that has the blinders on, then we miss all the beautiful scenery and all the possibilities that are around us and being sent to us because it isn't on our direct path. And so is that how you're stopping yourself from really experiencing happiness? Do you have the blinders on and aren't able to see all the other opportunities for love, for happiness, for success, for fulfillment? Are you unable to see those because you're so tunnel visioned and stuck on the story that you had for yourself? I see it time and time again. Like I could give story upon story about how we pigeonhole ourselves. The person has to fit it's kind of like Chandler on Friends. Like, oh, her hands are too big, or oh, her palms were sweaty, so I can't date her. Well, if we let go of that rigid and story that boxes us in and really open ourselves up to receive all the possibilities, those possibilities can be even more fulfilling and even more beautiful and magical than what we were ever able to envision for ourselves, right? And no matter what your spiritual beliefs are, it's being able to say, maybe what I see for myself, maybe I'm limiting myself because of uncertainty or my own fears or insecurities, and so I have to allow myself to trust and open to the possibility of what can come to me, because that possibility, that love, that job, that adventure, that semester abroad, who knows what doors and what avenues that opens and how much that fills up your soul, and you would have missed out on it, and that you're standing in the way of your own happiness because you're stuck of this picture of what you thought your life would be like, and the plan and the timetable that you have set and that you've limited yourself with. So stop limiting yourself, open yourself up to the possibilities, and just say, I get rid of the plan, I get rid of the box, I'm going to bust out of the box, and I'm going to say, whatever it is that comes to me, I accept fully. And it doesn't mean that everything that comes, you have to take it in. It means I accept it and I can choose which one of these do I want. But don't make choices. Don't say no to possibilities and opportunities because they didn't fit into your box. Say yes to things, and say yes to the possibility of love. Say yes to the possibility of growth. Say yes to the possibility of adventure, because you never know where it might lead and the happiness it might bring. So stop self-sabotaging and get out of your own way so that the happiness can flow to you freely. So as always, if you like what you hear and you want more, you can reach out to me at sarahmadras.com. The site should be in the description. And if you have any relationship questions or you're feeling stuck and want an advice, shoot me an email. That's also in the description, and I'll make a video and be happy to help you out. Until next time, as always, build what you need.